Azizakpe, an island community in Adan. In Dangbe, the language of the people of Adan, Azizakpe literally means dwarf town. Legend has it that in the past the town was occupied by dwarfs until it was taken over by the current indigents about a century ago. Beatrice Seneju visited the town to unravel the mystery behind the town and tells us the story.
I learned about the origins of Azizakpe. My curiosity was aroused. I shared the scanty details with my team and we proceeded to the island. As we cruised on the river, my thoughts were on the myth about dwarfs. The question running through my mind was whether dwarfs existed or not. But there was one reason I was headed there, so I simply had to wait patiently. In 30 minutes, my team and I were safely on Azizakpe soil. On entering the community, all that was in sight were these dilapidated structures. Some of them were made from palm fronds, woods, and mud, which was no different from any other village setting. It was possible to count the number of block buildings in the town. Wasting no time, my host and I marched straight to meet 85-year-old Madame Apina Ankama, an indigene of Azizakpe. In our interaction, she told me Azizakpe was a thicket in the past, which was a comfortable hideout for dwarfs. This whole area was a thicket, which was a breeding place for the dwarfs. It was because of the dwarfs we named the town Azizakpe, meaning dwarf town. Madame Ankama explained that her forefathers traveled from Adan to Azizakpe to fish every day until they decided to unravel the hidden treasure on the island. Our forefathers were fishermen. They traveled all the way to fish at Azizakpe. It was then that they settled at Azizakpe. For over a century, the people of Azizakpe have lived without a hospital. Of concern was how pregnant women have survived all these years. This led to the story of how 3 women, including herself, became midwives in order to save pregnant women from losing their lives and their babies when they were due. I started a midwifery work until I finally got 3 people to assist me to help women when in labor. As time went on, some health professionals took us through the modern trends in the child delivery process. Also known as the Dwarf Island, residents have never had electricity. She told me how their forefathers invented their own means of lighting up the town before the introduction of lanterns and solar lamps. There was a structure in a conical shape where rags are pushed in and lit up to give us light. She appealed to the government to provide them with electricity because students in the town are affected academically. In the evening, we sometimes use torchlights and solar lamps to enable the children to study. Without the sun, the solar lamps cannot be used. It is affecting the students' performance. We need help. Until recently, the occupation of the people of Azizakpe was mostly farming. But as it developed, they lost their farmlands to tidal waves. So now they depend on fishing and the mini coconut oil processing hub they have. And yes, they do encounter challenges.
The tidal waves have swallowed most of the coconut plantations. We spend money to buy some of the coconut to produce the oil. We take loans to do the business, but we are unable to pay due to low patronage. We need machines to make the oil processing easier.
Madam Ankama tells me human activities gradually drove the dwarfs in the town away. She fondly remembers the good old days, but is quick to plead with the government to assist them with basic amenities like schools, medical facilities, potable water, among others. She believes with these in place, Azizakpe could be a tourism magnet for Ghana and give its share to the national kitty. Beatrice Senaju, GBC News, Azizakpe.